welcome to another episode of Most Man. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment. Comments, boys and girls. We need some comments for iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia, themostmen.com, jointhemensclub.com, info@themostmen.com. That's MEN, info@themostmen.com. Shoot us some emails, contact us. Come on to Rumble. Come on, get over to Rumble. YouTube's loosening up the grips a little bit, but Rumble, we can do whatever the hell we want to do. So come on, let's go to Rumble. All right, we got Timmy the Tool Time Marron, and we got Brandon Brooks in the house tonight. And this is just a Merry Christmas episode, so we're just fucking getting down.
Hey.
There's my
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah.
So we're
just getting down tonight, fucking off, and not having any.
Wow.
You gotta do this right here.
Yeah.
MM.
So we're just fucking off tonight, and I don't know, we might get dinged for that. We're supposed to wait so long before we start cussing
Strike
with YouTube.
one.
Doesn't matter. Sorry, I've had 3 beers.
But on Rumble, it doesn't matter, does it?
What kind of beer?
These are Happy Dads.
I hear a lot of great things about those.
They're good. They're good. They're low in calories. They got electrolytes in them.
Do you pour your pickle juice in the beer, or salt, or?
I used to pour pickle juice in my. I used to drink Miller Lite, and I pickle juice in every beer.
Damn.
Every beer.
I thought you told me that.
Yeah. So, Brandon, start us off. I've given my handles. You give your handles. Tim's not a big social media guy, are you?
Nah.
Pickle Juice Guy on Instagram. Pickle Juice Guy on Instagram and Facebook. Brandon Brooks.
With the pickle hat?
Pickle hat. Mr. Pickle, the big deal.
So tell us what the pickle thing's going to do. The Pickle Juice Guy's going to do.
It's going to do everything for you.
This is the original for all the people out there. This is the guy that invented the whole pickle juice theme in athletic sports, cycling, football, all of when it, Gatorade was supposed to be the rage. Well, pickle juice kicked its ass.
Pickle Juice has kicked its ass, and we'll continue with the new line of products coming out.
Yeah.
And you could search that on Google Me and about Brandon Brooks Pickle Juice, and you can find out all the details back in the day and all the how many years it's taken to get here.
Yeah, but Brandon's about to come out with a whole new product line that is badass. We just got done unloading all your product.
That's right. I'm excited.
Tonight. Yeah.
Did you know that I was told today that we can manufacture on the 3rd?
Really?
Yeah.
Of January?
Yeah, right here in Most Man headquarters, HQ.
Let's do it.
So when you come back.
Going to make us a batch. We got personal
so when you come
labeled
back,
batches.
you're going to have a plethora of pickle.
Okay. Well, then I need to give keys out. Tyler's got a key, but I've got another key. I'm going to give. We'll figure this out. But yes,
He just asked me today because somebody
who has to give you that? Who gives you that date?
Well, Chris and I were talking today about Ron. Somebody's leaving out of town. He needs it by the 6th because he's got a meeting with the college.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs it by the 6th. And I told him that you're gone, which he knows. And then I said, I will be back the 2nd. And Ron leaves the 6th. He said, okay, can we make it on the 3rd?
So I think we got a pickle crunch going on here.
It is a pickle crunch. Ooh, I like that pickle crunch. That's good.
Because that's the first sign of a good pickle is the crunch.
Yeah. That's why those Clausen pickles are so good. They crunch.
Yep, but mine are crunchier.
Yours are crunchier?
Oh, baby.
Your brand's coming.
It's coming.
What's a
Tickle My Pickle?
Tickle My Pickle. That's great.
Yeah.
Social media is going to love it.
Oh, yeah. Tickle My Pickle.
Tyler, did you hear that? Social media is going to love it.
So, yeah. So let's dive into what. So it's Christmas. We're fucking off.
And drinking.
Pickles are green. Christmas. I got my green. I got my green shirt on. I'm in the spirit of pickles and Christmas.
Yep.
So let's just talk about.
It's not the Grinch though. We're not the Grinch.
No.
I get a little grouchy during Christmas though. Just a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's because everybody wants you to buy stuff, and I was like, man, I don't want to buy anything. Why don't you just come over and hang out, right?
Well, no, but you gotta go put up with all the family bullshit of people you don't want to deal with.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not either. My ass is on a cruise.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Go hang
Peace
out
out.
with all the other people that didn't want to deal with
That's
the
right.
family.
No, and I'm gonna, dude. I told this girl I'm messing around with, dating, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what it is, but
It is what it is.
yeah. She asked, she said, well, what are you gonna do? And I said, I'm just gonna walk around fucking naked. That's what I'm gonna do.
Are you going solo?
Hell yeah, I'm going solo.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you're just ripe for the pickings out there on that.
Oh
thing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, did some push-ups last night.
So when you're sitting there at the bar, they're going to say, "Excuse me, who are you here with? Are you waiting for anyone?"
Well, no. Here's the cool thing about cruises. That's why I'm taking one. Is they have a section for singles, like all the singles that are. So you got to understand that there's all these families, right? Think about how many single women are going to be on this cruise, because you got families that they, instead of just doing Christmas, they do a cruise.
Did not know that.
Okay. Well, they have a certain section for all the singles.
Are you kidding me?
They do speed dating. They do all sorts of stuff for the singles.
Jesus,
it's like
dude. This is going to be.
it's a smorgasbord.
This is going to be eventful.
It's eventful. Yes, it is.
You might not ever come back.
I don't know.
You might get off on a tropical island with a few of these.
A bunny.
A bunny.
A
Yeah.
bunny will not make it back. No, I'll be
Shit.
back. I'll be
Oh,
back.
Leave some keys.
Yeah. No. So, no. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait to tell the stories when he comes back on a nightly beer cast. You know, and let's just
Yeah.
hear the stories
Yeah. So,
if you can tell them.
I'll be able to tell them. Ain't nothing holding me back. What was I going to say? But no. So this episode is just basically. It's been a long year. We've had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of growing. We've figured a few things out, and it just seems like the dude upstairs, the reason why we celebrate Christmas, has delivered us a lot of gifts from upstairs. I've known Tim forever, and me and Tim have been through hell and back together. But we've met some really, really good people towards the last quarter of this year that we're ending the year on some momentum that it needed to happen. And I didn't know when it was going to happen, how it was going to happen, but it's like Brandon, it's like Chris, and some of these guys you've seen before, but then there's more coming next year. So
there's more scheduled stuff. It's not just, well, we'll see what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just not ready for public consumption just yet.
Well, and we've got a whole new setup. I mean, like we're ready to roll. Now it's just time to flood the market with what we're doing. But so I do want to just take a chance to just talk about, because we do, jointhemensclub.com. We want you to join the men's club. The men's club is like for a lack of better terms, a fraternity. It's a club for men. It's this, that, and the other. But what we're wanting to do with it is build it into a membership program to where everybody that's in the men's club now, it's like Brandon, it's like Tim, it's like Chris. I've got a list of other people next year that are coming on that we're wanting to build a unit that to where we can, if it's going to be subscription based, but for your subscription, you're going to get something very, very high value. Okay. Everybody in the group, they're business people, they're inventors, they're people that have revolutionized all sorts of stuff within the business space, and it's a way to help young men thinking about going to college, boys and girls. We don't care here, but what I'm getting at is that we want to build a network to where AI's coming. There's going to be a lot of people in corporate America that are going to have they're going to be decapitated, or they're going to have their knees chopped out from underneath. They're not going to have anything to, they're not going to lose their job, but they're going to not be.
Or maybe they will lose their job. Who knows?
Or they're they're capped. They're capped now by AI, right? So we're going to build it's not an educational platform, but it's a platform to help people get out of the rat race of corporate America, that you're not going anywhere, or you want to know how to get in business for yourself. We're going to build programs that will allow people to have options. Okay? Lower to barrier entry businesses that will help work your way out of that slave mentality, that just that corporate grind of bullshit. So even if there's going to be people that may have money to invest, but here's the thing. This is going to be for a low cost, okay? We're all going to make money off of each other. It's a fraternity to where everybody wins. This ain't no multi-level marketing bullshit or any of that, all the guys at the top make the money. No. Everybody takes care of everybody in the men's club. Okay? If you are getting into, let's just say, real estate, okay? We'll have a real estate section, and we already got it, okay? But there's guys in the men's club that have already done that. They've made all the mistakes that you're about to make, and all you got to do is go ask the question, and he's going to have the answer for you to where you don't make that mistake, to where you skyrocket faster, okay? It's just like Tim. Tim's been there's a multitude of businesses that Tim's been in, but he's already hit his thumb with the hammer how many times?
Well, here's what's cool about being an entrepreneur type is, and I guarantee both of you guys will agree to this, if you just sat down and talked to somebody about your failures and how this didn't happen right and this went bad and this and this was all this all sucked, like I wouldn't walk in your shoes for nothing. The truth of the matter is I wouldn't change a thing, because the upside is so great. The downside sucks, but that's why they call it work in general. What's the cliche with it's the event, it's not the destination, it's the trip kind of thing. And that's absolutely true. I mean, to go through life, I mean, look at the stock market. It doesn't just go up. It's up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up.
Yeah.
You just want to be on the right trajectory,
But when everybody's on it,
catch the wave.
yeah, when everybody's on it, you've got a team of people around you that say, "Hey, whoa, hold up. If you want to hit your finger with that hammer, go ahead. But if you just want a little piece of advice,
here, you want to buy a bigger hammer? I'll sell you a bigger hammer to hit your finger with."
But it's just like Brandon's in your industry's an industry where licenses and all sorts of stuff have to take place and all that. That's a hard industry to get into. But like Brandon, I mean, he is the pickle guy. Okay, but he's got another area of expertise to where he's got a very, very lucrative way to make money for a low barrier entry. So that can get you out of the rat race easily. Okay, but we have it's not in me. I've done real estate, I've done business, I've done. If you want to know the truth, I've built big businesses that have made a lot of money. But if you want to know the truth, the money that I really made was in real estate. That's where I cashed my biggest checks, was real estate transactions. Okay, so this week I talked to a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of private equity firms on if we had, so this is just kind of a preview of next year. What we're going to start is that we have these avenues in these, let's just say real estate, let's say vending machines, let's say we bring Chris into the mix. He's the inventor guy. He can invent anything, and he's the guy that knows how to bring it to the marketplace. And so does Brandon. They've already dealt with every big box, Academy, Target, Walmart, H-E-B, Brookshire's, Albertsons, all those. Let's just keep going. Tom Thumb. I mean, a lot of these, if they're out of Texas, they're not going to know what stores we're talking about. But these guys have already dealt with all the big box people, and they know how to walk in and bring a product to market, right? So that's what you're going to get, and I don't want to because it's not the product is not refined yet, okay? But that's what we're building in the men's club. Is a group, a fraternity, a membership to where you have access to very, very, very successful people that can help you. You may not want it, but it's access to get you out of the, if you're in that grind. A lot of people want the grind, but if you want out, we can help you out.
If you're willing to trade your time, meaning your life, for money. Then there's the line. Go get in it. People are more than happy to give you money for your time, but how much money for how much time? I mean, if and a lot of people are like, yeah, that's a good idea, but a certain period of time into that, then they call horseshit on themselves. They're like, you know what, this sounded like a good idea when I started it, but I'm getting older. My wife's kind of sick of driving her old ratty car. We live in the same apartment or whatever, just, you just hit a point in your life sometimes where it's a fork in the road. Do I just keep doing what I'm doing, or do I jump out there and say, let's get it on?
Well, but here's the thing. And that's how society's built, is to build slaves. And they have perfected the slave mentality
ever since you're in elementary.
Yeah.
Walk on this side of the hallway. Don't talk unless you're spoken to. Your lunch time is here. Your bell time is here. Your play time is there. They're indoctrinating those kids and parents. Now you have to have a police at the door. You have to show your ID. They lock the doors like a jail cell, these kids in there. I mean, they're teaching, don't do this, don't do that, don't go outside, don't do that. These kids are just institutionalized at age 10. I mean, I used to do vending in the schools. I know. Walk on this side of the hallway. Walk on this side of the hallway. Don't talk to each other in the hallway. Don't do this. Hurry up and get to class. Bell rings. It's an institution already.
It is. And
poor kids.
Is it me or is it everybody's? Do the clocks work a little bit slower in school?
They seem to. That hand moves awfully slow, man.
Yeah, that last 15 minutes of the day is like, I think they milk it for another.
Oh, man, I wouldn't have my kids in school. There ain't zero chance anymore. Zero for me, personally.
When I was in about third grade, they had a milk break kind of thing, chocolate milk and white milk. Well, somebody had to go get the milk, and it was out of Dolly. Man, I always volunteered. I would do anything to get the hell out of class. I mean, I'll go lug milk. I went to Catholic grade school, and I was an altar boy, and the priest had come over and go, I knew what was up, because there was a funeral, and they needed an altar boy to serve the funeral. Wow. Mm-hmm. I'd rather go into church with a dead guy in a casket, because you got to light the incense, spark it up. Get me the hell out of school. Want it out.
Yeah.
Back then, see, now they lock the door. That's to keep like maniacs from getting in. Hell, man, when we were kids, man, I want out. But see, part of that too is if you're smart and you're ahead of the whole thing, then it's boring. So nowadays, you got kids that are just dumb as fuck, and they want out because I ain't learning none of this. I want it out because I'm like, I already know all of this. There's a difference.
Speaking of, do you know how my son races motocross? And all of his friends, and my son's about to move in with me, and once I get custody of him, he's being homeschooled.
Yeah.
Do you know how long they go to school in the motocross school? It's not motocross school, but it's homeschooling. But just to get the basics out of the way, math, reading, arithmetics.
You mean motocross? They have to study for motocross?
Well, no, they're homeschooled.
Homeschooled.
They're not going to school. They're traveling, racing motorcycles, but they're still getting their education.
I've never heard of this, but
do you know that all these kids that are doing homeschooling, 1 hour a day is all it takes
to learn
what you need to get your high school diploma. 1 hour a day.
Well, I think one of the problems is a lot of these kids have been raised on the internet, and the teachers weren't. So these kids are 12, and they're already
they're
like
10
times smarter than the teacher.
Exactly.
I took my son to the planetarium in Dallas, Ross Perot Planetarium, whatever that is, and I thought I'd be this dad that, hey, son, let me show you something that's super cool. Take you to the planetarium. We walked in that place. He was quiet through probably the first 30 minutes. And I said, hey, man, you enjoying this thing? He's like, Dad, I already know all this. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I was raised on the internet, man. He's like, I've been watching Neil deGrasse since I've been 7. I can tell you all these constellations, all this stuff they're talking about. I already know all this.
How old is he?
At the time, he was 20, maybe 20, 21. And he knew everything that we were walking in there. But he goes, Dad, you think I was just playing World of Warcraft and with my headphones on? So they would listen and learn through other podcasts or videos and play their game at the same time. But I just thought, oh, you're playing that stupid game. Hell no, dude. He was learning. And I couldn't believe it. He knows about, I can't even, like I said, the stuff that they were teaching at the planetarium, he already knew at a young age. And I never would have guessed it. Never would have guessed it.
Dude, my son, he's not meant for school. And he's already told me I've only got one kid going to college.
Well, he's not a follower, is he?
Huh?
Your
no.
kid's not a follower.
No, he's not. Yeah. He is
his dad.
Yeah, he already knows what he wants to do. Well, number one, he's gonna pursue racing. Okay. But he's already started auto mechanics, like diesel. He's in the diesel mechanic program to where he's already. I mean, dude, him and his buddies, they do shit. Like they'll tear apart their motorcycles and rebuild them, put all new parts on, and just test shit out. I don't know if I like that, man. It's not working. They know how to do stuff. And you shake my son's hand, you're gonna feel a handful of calluses.
I was about to say.
Full of calluses is what you're
a man's hand.
Yeah, a man's hand, and
a most man hand.
A most man hand. Most man moment. Get you some calluses on this thing right here. Come on.
And that ain't from being IT guy. Your calluses.
Yeah, no beta male hands over here.
Yeah, calluses out by your cuticles instead of down there.
Look at mine, bloody knuckle right there.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's from working my hands, man.
Hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Speaking of, that's the next group of millionaires is the guys in the trades, man.
Oh, you're talking about Dick, like Tim. How much is it? Well, I don't know. Let me get there and take a look. You know. Well, how much you charge an hour? Whatever I want, really. Whatever I feel like that day.
Well, but well, it's at the same time. This is Tim's claim to fame. Okay, and this is why Tim is who Tim is.
Uh-oh.
And why how Tim is connected as he is, dude, he's the only honest air conditioning guy I've ever met in my life. And that's why he has the people that he has. Back in the day when me and him used to work together, like I was in the insulation business, I was in the chimney and insulation business. I used to go to his customers' houses, and I'd walk in, and I'm talking houses that are they got some fucking money. Okay. I'd walk in and I'd look at everything, and they're like, look, Tim sent you over here for a reason, so just let me know what it is, and send me the bill, and what day are you going to do it? I'm telling you.
It was an easy sales call.
Lay down sales. I didn't even have to sell. I took care of everyone, though. I didn't, but.
Well, the big picture.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of him, and that's how he's built his whole career, is every time. It's just like my attorney. I compare him and my attorney together. In my head, I've always been like with Tim. He'll give me it's going to give you anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he comes in at $9,000 and he's happy, right?
You mean for the job? Oh, the attorney?
For the job, for the job, or my attorney.
Okay.
When I went through all my shit, all my bankruptcy, all the lawsuits, the divorce, I'm talking all the shit that I went through. I'm thinking, God dang, dude, man, I gotta at least owe this guy like $35,000. You know, all the shit that I went through, and we get to the end, and I said, dude, what is my? He said, oh, it's high. It's high. I said, but what are we? He said, I'm gonna have to reconcile everything, and I'll get back to you on it. He called me the next day, and he said, yeah. He said, man, fuck. He said, fuck. And I'm sitting there going, fuck, it's going to be $45. It was $18,500. And I was like, fuck me. Can I come now to pay you before you change your fucking mind?
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you take credit card? I get the points.
Yeah. No, but that's
well, that's a network, right?
That's why he's so.
That's why I still know. Wow. I mean, I still stay in touch with. And I really haven't been an AC service company guy for like the last 10 years because of me and Rich and doing the construction thing and, you know.
Yeah, but y'all did big commercial shit.
Well, yeah, it kind of morphed into commercials, AC and roofing. But when I was doing the residential thing, one of the craziest stories, since we're just scatter shooting a little bit here, I won't tell you who this was, but I'm in this guy's garage, and he's got about 10 sets of golf clubs. And there's 10 sets of golf clubs, and we're talking about golf, and I golf, and he golfs, and we're talking about golf, and I made the smart ass crack, and right when I said it, I kind of went like, oh shit. I said, it came out they were all his golf clubs, and I said, instead of buying golf clubs, did you ever think about just spending some money on some lessons? And I went, oh, shit, that was a little harsh. And he goes, that's what I should have done. You know, I just kept trying to buy a game. Yeah. I just figured, you know, I'm playing like shit, new clubs, you know. And I just rolled right with it. I said, well, and that's the kiss of death, because if you get a new set of clubs, everything you were learning about your old clubs just went out the window. You got to start from scratch all over again. And we had this great conversation about golf and the whole bit, and you know, but
called him out.
I called him out, and he agreed. He had $20,000 worth of golf clubs sitting there.
Most man moment, and I've got a fucking exact story, and you know this story better than anybody. When I sold my company, I thought every business that I started after that would just fucking explode. And all I was doing was trying to buy my way back to the top. And you cannot buy your way back to the top. It don't fucking work. You have to provide a good product, a good service, and you have to do. If you work hard and you do the right thing, the money comes with it. Most man moment. Okay. It happened to me. Tim knows this about me more than anybody. Is that I'd fucking get going on one thing.
I call it full-blown Mahoney. Are you full-blown Mahoney on this? Oh, yeah. All right. There's no stopping them. Let them go.
Okay, but then I'd get in the game, and then all of a sudden it's like, no. You got to fucking work, man. Mm-hmm. Like, it takes time. This shit doesn't happen overnight, and I tried to buy my way back to the top 2 or 3 times. I promise you. Most man moment. It takes fucking work, and that's what the men's club is all about. Is you're going to have your peers that know that there's trials and tribulations to get there, man. It's happened in this, and this is why we're having this podcast. Is that for the last 8 months, I've been questioning myself. Is this thing worth it? Am I doing the right thing? Am I getting in the right gig or moment? I mean, and there's levels to what this thing's going to be, okay? And then all of a sudden, Tim's always been here. Y'all know that. It's because Tim's always been there, okay?
Like
it ain't fucking
rock.
He ain't going
and he ain't
anywhere.
fucking going anywhere,
Like a fungus.
okay? He's a good fungus, though.
Hey, funguses are good for you. A good bacteria.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I finally beat Athlete's Foot.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah. Took a little while. But you
Oh.
got to not, you know how you do it? You got to fucking kick every one of those dead fucking nails off your foot. Kick your TV stand and knock that fucking thing off,
Oh,
and you'll get a
really?
brand new nail.
And that helps athlete's foot.
I don't have Athlete's Foot anymore, but my nails were fucked up from the Athlete's Foot, like that. That nail fungus.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's how you settle it. Just take
Should have soaked it in pickle juice. And
Yeah.
you never would have had any trouble.
Get pickled.
Yeah,
From the bottom up.
Vinegar's good for everything.
it is. Love it. Love it. But you can't buy your way to the top, man. It's
You can buy a network with the most man.
that's right.
You can buy a full access network.
That's right. And it's cheap. None of this is going to be expensive. Because this ain't no scam. This ain't no multi-level marketing bullshit. This is guys that have been in the shit that know what's going on. And it's not refined. This product is not refined yet, but that's where we're headed. But we're just here to have a good time.
And if you got a product out there and you have some ideas and you really think it'd be a good idea, if you have the right people or the right network or the right advice, bring it on here. We'll help it bring it to fruition.
Oh, yeah. Especially with guys like Brandon and Chris. Y'all have only met Chris once. But there's a lot more people coming next year that are they're very, very well connected. Very well connected. And we just got to figure out how to make it work for everybody, because the way that I want it to, in my head, the way that I wanted it to work is everybody wins and everybody's equal. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be, oh, yeah, well, I started this, so I'm the guy at the top. No, we're all at the top. And we're going to help everybody get to the top, right?
All boats rise.
No, he knows it.
How's it go?
Rising tide floats all boats.
That's it. Yeah.
He said that for years.
It's
Yeah.
true, man.
It is
The
true.
money will come.
Yeah. If you work hard and you do the right thing,
But
gotta
you have
get
to
a
work
product.
less hard if you have our support.
Exactly.
You're not on your own. I mean, I was on my own the first time pretty much. You're probably, some of us are on our own. It's a long process.
It's a long road.
It's a long road, and we're going to cut that road down.
Well, the network thing, that's something I take advantage of to this day, is the people I met ages ago. And sometimes it was a one-off meeting, and lo and behold, then somehow
But that's how
you
that's
hang,
how,
and
that's
then it blossoms. Man, I've been so blessed in so many ways by just running across people and staying in touch with them. And sometimes I go 10 years without seeing somebody or talking to them or something, and they'll either call me, or if I reach out to them, that they're like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. Hey, what's been going on? I wonder what happened to you." But they've all got a network, so I can get on the phone and say, call somebody thinking, "Hey, Tim, I can't help you with that, but here, I call this guy." It's just amazing, just look at all this musical shit I'm connected with. I love music, I won't name anybody's names in the music thing, but I like personally know all these people now. I mean, golf with them and run around with them. But it sounds like bragging, but it's. I don't want it to make it sound like bragging. I want it to make it sound like there's a way to have access to people with knowledge that you're not getting in the phone book. And the first question is, what's your credit card number? It's just successful people want to help people. It's just the nature of it.
It is. And that's where me and Tim's relationship blossomed a long time ago. Is because I was going to all these people's houses, and I was like, dude. He's like, yeah, man, these guys have been my customers for years. And I'm like, man, and me and him are spaced apart. We're 15, 16 years apart. And I was like, dude, if I had your connections, I'd be fucking making millions right now. What in the hell are you doing not taking advantage of this shit?
I just never exploited it. I was just a good old beer drinking Timmy, didn't want nothing from anybody.
That's probably why they kept you in the network.
Yeah,
that's right. But
I didn't want anything from anybody.
No threat. No, you didn't want anything. You weren't trying to on the take. Especially if people have money, they always got to be careful.
But that's the core values of the men's club.
Mm-hmm.
Is that none of us are on the take.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been there. You know what I mean? We've tasted it.
I got a classic.
We got to keep the ones out that hadn't tasted it.
Well, things are going up too, so that's a good ship to be in.
Yeah.
Well, I said I wasn't going to name drop, but I got to name drop one name in here because it's so generic. But so I'm hanging out with one of my golfing buddies there, and he played Major League Baseball, and he was real well connected. And we were talking politics. He says, "What do you think of George Bush?" And this was right when the Bushes moved to Dallas. And I go, "Yeah, man, I'm a fan of George. Heck, man, I remember when he signed Nolan Ryan down there, the part owner of the Rangers. And, yeah, he brought Nolan in here. It was great." And he goes, "Well, if I ever introduce you to him, don't embarrass me." Just that statement still just sticks in my head. Like, we're just talking about the president of the United States, ex-president of the United States. To us, that's just such a esoteric that's just not even.
We're in the realm of possibility.
It's just, but then, well, if I introduce you, don't embarrass me. Like, it's just, what a reality check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm like that connected, but just to have that even come up in a conversation, that wasn't bullshit. That's the funnier, better part about it. So,
well, but one that fell out of the sky this week.
Yeah.
Speaking of, shout out Tyler Cambry back there.
T-Bone.
In the helm.
Running the board.
Mark doesn't even know that when he was 19, his nickname was T-Bone.
Was it?
Yes. That's what I've always called him. T-Bone.
Then we've been waiting for a title for him.
T-Bone.
Tyler?
You okay with that?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Just don't call me Pickle Dick.
I was never gonna say it, man.
Little Jerkins. Little Jerkins.
Dude, you just did that on your own. I was never gonna bring that name up.
That's what the guys used to call me. Little Pickle Dick.
Really?
Or Pickle Dick, yeah. That was my nickname back in the day. His was T-Bone, mine was Pickle Dick. Who else's nicknames?
Well, then you need to put that hat back on.
Yeah, I'm a big Pickle
Well,
Dick.
Tyler, if your vehicle breaks down, then you'd be T-Bone Walker now, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, no. So
I'm talking about my van.
So
yeah.
Tyler's and here's the thing. I want y'all to know this. That it didn't. It's not that it rubbed me the wrong way. I just wasn't fucking listening, and I felt really bad after it happened. So he's talking about this. He's like, I've got a podcast on Thursday, and I'm like, with who? And what? He's like, oh, this politician, this, that. And I'm like, so are you starting your own pod? Is that what you're telling me? You're starting your own podcast? He's like, I don't know what it is yet. But in my mind, you got to understand that I come from the construction world. And I'm constantly used to people like, how can I figure out a way to get around this guy and take what he's got? right? So, but I wasn't thinking that, dude. Me and Tyler have been through enough to where that's not what I was
It
thinking.
just hit you wrong.
It didn't hit me wrong. I was just like, well, what?
He didn't know how it hit him.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck's going on here? And he's like, well, and he's just telling me, he's like, I don't know what it is. But what he's doing is bringing business to the table is what he was doing. But in my mind, I was like, so you're having a podcast? Are you starting a like what? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I kind of want to know, but it wasn't odd to me. I was just like, well, maybe we need to just let me think about before I ask a stupid question or say something stupid, let me think this through, right? So we get back up here to the studio. Me and him start talking. And he keeps throwing out this O'Shea name. And I was like, man, who the fuck is this guy? Like your guy is what's his name? Huh?
Eric Morris.
So I was like, but he's like, yeah, this O'Shea guy is about to get endorsed by Trump, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, who is this? Well, it turns out that this guy is a business partner of mine, an old business partner of mine, and he's running for Congress. And now, talk about everything that's happened between us this year. That next year is just going to be and it's not just that, but I was like, Tyler, I am so fucking sorry for asking you stupid fucking questions. You need to learn how to tell me to shut the fuck up and listen, okay? And don't be afraid to not to be. I don't know everything. I don't know. So, So what could have been in my head, most man moment, was nothing but a fucking blessing. There's people out there that'll do things for you. He's not doing things for me. He's doing things for the company. Okay. Cause Tyler he's on this rocket ride with us. Okay. Y'all don't know what this guy brings to the table yet, but you're about to find out. Okay. But, turned out this is one of my very, very good business colleagues. And him and Trump are like this. So 2024, come on.
It's gonna
Rumble.
It's going to be a wild one, man. It's election year, man.
Dude,
Ooh, man.
It's going to be wild.
Did you hear about the Colorado thing
Yeah.
yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts on it? I
I think it's fucking chicken shit, and I think we need to do the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's chicken shit, and they're all chicken shit. But
it's chicken shit. That's the political term for that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
But here's the thing. We got to start doing the same thing. We got to get these fucking pussies out of fucking the Republican Party. They're the biggest group of nutless fucking men on this earth.
Who's like the top few candidates now? I haven't been watching. Is it Vivek?
Yeah. He
dropped
Haley.
out.
Vivek?
He dropped out. He said, fuck this shit. Hey, if you're going to take Trump off the ballot,
No.
I dropped my, yeah. He said, I'm out.
In Colorado.
Go look it up. He said, I'm out.
Out in
He said,
Colorado?
fuck this. I'm out. Yeah.
Out of the total race?
Yes. He's gone. He dropped out. All Republicans need to do that. All Republicans need to drop the fuck out. Because there's only one person. They shouldn't be running in the first place.
No, it's the only thing that Vivek. I don't really like Vivek, but here's the thing:
it's Obama Republican,
right? But what I do like that what he's done is he has just made an absolute mockery of the weakness of the Republican Party.
Yeah,
he's shown how stupid.
Well,
did you hear what he
said? Was that his MO?
I don't know.
Just think about that.
I think so.
Planted that Democratic side in the Republican to expose the Republicans and then drop out.
It seems like that.
Could be a smear tactic, like an operation.
He's not. The only thing that I liked about him is he told Chris Christie's fat ass to get out of the race and go shovel some food down your fat fucking ass.
You told him that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't miss that.
Yeah, it was the last debate.
Wow.
Yeah. And calling Nikki Haley out for who she is.
I heard Nikki, is she come back or is she making a run?
I don't even pay attention to them.
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to them. They're
So who's the leading Republican candidate?
Trump.
I mean, besides him.
There isn't
one.
Okay. What about Kennedy? Is he still on the Democratic side?
He's independent, I thought, right?
Yeah, he's running as an independent.
Independent?
He's independent left.
Because the Democrats shit their pants because the Kennedy was not bowing to the altar of the Democrats.
Yeah, that crackhead's running as an independent.
So he's going to run on the ballot as an independent?
Yep.
Or on the ballot as a Democrat?
Independent.
But I'm telling you right now, Ramaswamy or whatever has not dropped out. He said he would take his name off the ballot in Colorado if Trump wasn't on the ballot in Colorado, but he's still running for president, full blown.
It's just it's a promo. All he is a promo. He's a promo for.
He's got great points. He calls a lot about. He's kind of like a Ross Perot on steroids with his charts and graphs. You got too many people coming around. He's got his facts and his numbers and his boom, 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 and it's hard to argue with his facts and his numbers because they're his facts and his numbers.
But he's.
I don't know. I want him running the whole shittery, but I damn sure don't want Biden running a fucking thing. So, talking about the lesser of two evils, but Jesus Christ.
I know, but the thing is, he can't
because Biden ain't running a fucking thing.
No, Obama's
it's the
running
machine.
It's the machine and Obama.
The machine is running everything.
Michelle.
And Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
It's not Michelle. It's Michael. You seen the size of her dick?
Not lately.
She's got a hog down there. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I don't want to get into all of this.
2024. We'll get
if I want to watch.
Yeah, no. But 2024 is not only is it. Let's exit out of politics, right? But it's going to be a big year for us. But it's going to be a big year for
the country.
The revolution has started.
The revolution.
It's been in the build. It's been in the build. The parallel economy's coming, and let's fucking go.
Come together, man, and use the network. Use each other to survive this shitstorm that's coming.
We have to, man. It's
the elites have been doing it from the beginning of time. You know, they just sit around and plan everything years out. So
my buddy Rick Walsh told me an old man told him one time, "There's nothing wrong with the fix as long as you're in on it."
There you go.
That's we've been on the wrong end of the fix in this country for way too long. I ain't saying to fix shit. I just wanted to be fair.
Who's a comedian? George something older guy.
George Wallen.
Older guy. George Gatlin or Carlin. Carlin. He called it out a long
time ago
on stage. You know, you can use comedy to get away with things.
Yeah, George Carlin did.
And he's like, it's one big club and you ain't in it.
Yeah.
This was in the 70s.
Yep, but man, I tell you what, I don't think that I mean, there's still the swath of stupid fucking people out there. Mm-hmm. Most man moment, do not be part of the swath of stupid fucking people.
Get out of the matrix.
Let's get out of the matrix, join the men's club, and let's fucking end this shit, okay?
Do like the stock market. You got to buy when everybody's selling, and you got to sell when everybody's buying. And being a contrarian tends to, if you're in a room full of dumb fucks, don't do what the dumb fucks do. You know, that's just kind of what it comes down to. Mark and I have talked about it before. You go to a room, you might want to look where the exits are at in case, you know, there's a fire or something, you know, because as soon as the fire starts, all the dumb fucks are going to run to the biggest door right in front of their mug. And they're all going to be found dead there in a big pile, whether they stomped each other to death or shot each other trying to get out the door or just wedged the whole door wad shut. And hell, there was a way to just go out the back right over there.
Through the kitchen.
Somewhere, yeah.
I flew into L.A. this weekend, and so they had thrifty car rental and...
How was that cesspool?
$. I'm getting that. This is a story about what you're talking about. Dollar and Thrifty and Hertz all in one spot. So we walk in, get off the plane, all excited. I walk in and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like there are 200 people in line for a rent-a-car. I was like, this is going to take 4 hours. There was like 3 clerks. I said,
by the time you get the car, it'll be late. They'll charge you a late charge bringing it back.
Yeah. That's funny. So I look around and I'm like, dude, there is like no possible way. I am flying on basically a vacation and stay in this line for 4 hours. I will go rent a car. I'll walk. I'll take an Uber, another. And I start looking around. I said, Dollar and Thrifty. They're $15 a day, whatever. That's their hook. But right over here in the same building, you just got to walk out of this office to that office. There's 4 Hertz or 5 Hertz salespeople behind the counter and 3 customers in front. No line.
And you didn't have a reservation or nothing,
Didn't
right?
have a reservation, so I walked on over there.
So you were a free agent.
I was a free agent. So I walked on over there. I said, hi, how you doing? Like to rent a car? Okay. License and everything else. I started looking at that line. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, we're in the same building, and there's 200 people in line. I walked right around the group, the sheep, that are just waiting in line.
Well, they probably booked all that online.
I booked
so
it
they
online.
were hooked.
I booked it online, but I was thinking there's no way that I'm going to do this. I'm at least going to find corporate or something to tell them I can't do this. So anyway, so I went and rented a car. Everything's fine. It was $134 for a few days. So I get back to the hotel that night, and I called Dollar, and I was like, hey, I tried to rent my car. I bought the package where you buy your flight and your car. I went up there, and they said, well, what happened? I said, there was no one working at the counter. And they said, are you sure no one was working at the counter? I said, I didn't see anyone at the counter. I waited there, but I had to go rent a car somewhere else. They opened a thing and disputed the charge, and they refunded it. But I was just thinking, like, that's like something, just see the opportunity. And say, you know, like, I'm not going to, like, you have to have, like, some ability to see and go, I'm not going to do this. Everybody's over there. I'm going to go right over here.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something that you have said that has opened my eyes to all sorts of bullshit. But let's just get it. And I did it today. I went and took my medicine back to CVS. And I said I wasn't happy with the product. And they gave me my money back. It's all these fucking chemtrails and all this bullshit that they're spraying on top of us to create the allergies and the sickness and all that stuff. And they said, well, what were you not happy with? And I said, I'm not happy with the shit that y'all are spraying in the fucking sky to make me buy this shit. That's what I'm not happy about.
You told the clerk that?
Yeah.
And
she looked at me like, what are you talking about? A sheep.
Yeah.
And, man, the world's full of them.
So what happened?
I got my money back.
Okay.
Yeah.
$20, $30?
Yeah, but he told me this one day, and in my head I was like, why the fuck are you taking your medicine back? Because in my mind at first I was like, well, so you're just going to take it and then use it and then give it back? You get your money back? Not that I was saying that it was chicken shit. I'm not saying that was that. But until you explained it to me, I was like, uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll take your bullshit to get rid of your bullshit.
Uh-huh. Mucinex, whatever it is.
Yeah. And I started doing a deep dive on all all the medicine. Man, we don't need to get going down that rabbit hole because we'll be here all fucking night. And it's getting close to Christmas.
Yeah,
we all need to enjoy our time.
Let's not talk about flu shots and whatever happened to that, but
they're not around anymore.
The flu disappeared, by the way. It doesn't exist. So
I just got offered the flu shot, and I said, no, thank you. And the pharmacist goes like this. Oh, like he's like, oh, like
well,
one of those.
They get paid for every flu shot.
Yeah, well, no, every time I got the flu shot, I got the flu.
Yeah.
I haven't had the flu in years.
Well,
Yeah, I got COVID up at a Browns game, but that's what happens when you put.
No, you got the flu.
Yeah. Well, I think it was that variant bullshit. I don't know. But I didn't get vac. I got the first vac shot because I wanted to go on the Delbert cruise, a music cruise. But then I didn't go up. But I never got any of the boosters or none of that shit or any of that after. So I'm pissed that I even got the first fucking shot.
No, I took the first shot. I took the Johnson & Johnson shot because I had that fucking $950 million contract in Kuwait, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Yeah.
And it was right at that point. If I'd have known what was going to happen, I wouldn't have taken it. But
you see, Megyn Kelly's coming out now. She's talking about it. She has VAIDS, VAIDS.
I never heard of this.
What?
Megyn Kelly.
What is that?
From the AIDS, VAIDS. It's a terminology that people are given for after they get sick for perpetuity. They have all these conditions after the shot. VAIDS. She's coming out. She's pretty boisterous. Just last week, she's talking about it.
Really?
She's like, she felt perfectly fine. She got that shot, and she hasn't been right since. She went to her doctor, told the doctor, could this be from that? And he said, yeah, you have all those problems because of that. You took that. So she's self-diagnosed and put it out there, as VAIDS. I think it's a good term.
Yeah, it is a good term.
I mean, if you deep dive, you really want to deep dive, go into AIDS. Magic Johnson's still alive.
Exactly.
I
And,
mean,
and what happened to AIDS? It's not around anymore.
And
Y'all know
I mean,
about
just
that?
you really want to deep dive, go into that Bill Gates and AIDS and his term he used to talk about.
Reduce the population with vaccines.
Well, over there too, and starting it over there where they're, to him they're useless. Cull the population over there. But
Hey,
I'm not saying anything. But if you deep dive, you can read very disturbing things about AIDS. And where did it go?
I read a book.
That's shocking.
It's called The Real Dr. Fauci. And I hate this guy. I hate Dr. Fauci too, but this is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a piece of shit running to take votes away from Trump. He wrote the book talking about what AIDS really is. And my dad brought it up to me, actually. He read the book and he introduced me to it. I was like, holy shit. Dude, if you guys knew what that actually was, people were putting poppers, like these popper things in their assholes when they were having anal sex. And they were... I don't want to say blowing their assholes up, but I mean like on a smaller version of that. And it was creating...
To kill the AIDS?
It was
Or to kill the virus?
It was creating the AIDS thing.
Wow.
They were basically using their... Read it.
Okay.
Read it. The Real Dr. Fauci. They were using these poppers in their asshole for anal sex.
You're saying poppers. What?
Read it, man.
I mean, what's a popper?
Well, I think there's, from my understanding, there's HIV positive, and then there's full-blown AIDS. So HIV positive is one that's what Magic Johnson has. But he doesn't have full-blown AIDS. Apparently, the deep dive that you can do, once you start the medication, such as chemo, you start all that, that's when you get AIDS, is from all the pharmaceuticals that you're taking for the HIV slowly deteriorates you.
Yeah, no, well, I agree with that, man. Not the AIDS thing, but like what happened to me, I got on those testosterone pellets. Have you heard of this?
I have.
Okay, what it does is it thickens your blood. You can take the regular testosterone in a just a 10 cc bottle. You give yourself a cc a week, and you go up. But then when you level out, you can just kind of feel it and you can level it, right? But all of a sudden, I'm paying $10 for this 10 cc bottle, and it lasts me 10 weeks to maybe 20 weeks, because if you're working out, you're producing you're producing a bunch more testosterone, so you don't need to take as much, right? But that's the whole thing. Like Tim's generation, they never had to take any of this shit because they were getting good, clean food. My generation is a generation that got all this shit in the box, the big
Cheerios,
Fruit all Loops, this box food, all this steroid.
I grew up without a microwave. Nowadays everybody pops something in the microwave.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Your generation never had to deal with this. So testosterone levels dropped in my generation. At like 27 years old, it's like my doctor asked me, he said, how's your libido? And I'm like, dude, I'm married with 2 fucking kids. What do you think? He's like, you should be having sex twice a day at least. And I'm like, dude, I get it twice a week if I want. I mean, like, if I'm even in the mood.
Sure.
He's like, well, let me give you this. 24 hours later, I've got a son on the way.
Damn.
Okay.
That's an expensive shot.
No, it was cheap. But what I'm getting at.
No, I meant your son.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so, but I did that, and he was like, this is the whole thing about doctors. Most man moment. Hello. He was like, why aren't you taking... He was like, I'm going to give you a prescription for testosterone. I was like, I don't need any more, dude. I've got like 10 of those bottles at my house. I've got plenty. He's in, and you're not taking it? And I was like, no, because my body I'm working out and I'm doing all this stuff. I'm running 5 miles a day. I don't need the testosterone, right? I can feel it when I have too much. That's where the roid rage comes in. It's not like testosterone muscle building shit, right? It's just regular testosterone. So, he was like, well, you need to be taking your prescription. If I'm going to prescribe that to you, you need to be taking the prescription like I tell you.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not into my balls feeling like, red tomatoes. That's what it feels like when you have too much. It feels like your balls are about to explode.
Damn.
Okay? And you've got this just like, and that's where that roid rage comes in, when your testosterone's too high and your estrogen level is not in check.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, well, then I need to put you on these pellets to where you're more regulated. And I'm like, I'm regulated fine like right now. I don't feel like I need to be taking any of this shit. Like I'd be perfectly fine if you just took me off. He's like, no, but if you're not going to take my prescriptions and use them the way I prescribe them, I'm not prescribing them to you anymore. And I was like, that's fine. And he said, no, you need to try these new pellets. So it was $10 for a 10cc bottle that would last me from 10 to 20 weeks. Okay. As I needed, I would shoot it into my thigh. Right. Then all of a sudden they had these pellets, these BioT pellets. They're like the size of a Tic Tac. They cut a slit in your ass cheek. Okay.
One Tic Tac. One Tic Tac.
One Tic Tac, but it depends on where your level is as to how many of these pellets they put in.
Mm.
And they shoot them in like an X. They'll shoot one this way, one this way, one this way, one this way. And it's like a caulking gun. It's like an ice pick that opens up, and they like a caulking gun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
One. One. So it feels like you got kicked in the ass by a donkey for 4 or 5 days. Okay, but supposedly it's 6 months. It's got your estrogen all balanced out based off your blood work. Blah 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 blah. Guess how much these pellets cost?
Several hundred.
$1,200.
Oh, God. Versus $10?
$10. Okay. So all of a sudden, he's like, what's your diet like? And I'm like,
eat pussy.
Yeah. Pussy juice.
Yeah. Pussy, steak, bacon, paleo, right? He's like, you got to go donate blood. He's like, your red blood. He's like, you got to cut back on the red meat. You got to cut back on all this shit, right? And I'm like, nah, because I feel better than I ever have. He's like, yeah, but your red blood cells are too thick. Your blood's too thick. Your blood pressure's going up. I need to prescribe you blood pressure medication. Blah, 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 blah. Most man moment. Don't fucking listen to your doctor. They're full of shit, okay? Listen to this. So I go to the Carter Blood Center to donate blood, okay? And they asked me, boom, 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 boom. Do you take this? Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, yeah, I take testosterone. Are you on the natural? Or are you on the pellets? On the pellets. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. You're another one of those fucking idiots taking those pellets. Okay?
Wow.
That's right.
Damn.
They won't even work on you.
Damn. Can you sue?
I would think so. But listen to this. This is the most fucked up part about it. Is that I got on all these blood pressure medications and all this shit. And all of a sudden, my weight gain went up. I gained like 50, 60 pounds.
Damn.
Just from all this bullshit that he had me on.
God.
Okay, so I walk in and I'm like, dude, why are my ankles swelling up? He's like, you need to bring me all your prescriptions of what you're taking. And I said, okay. So I come in and I give him my prescriptions. He's like, well, what are you taking this for? And I'm like, why don't you read the fucking name on the bottle? Who prescribed it to me?
Damn.
Why are you? He's like, this is why your ankles are swelling, blah, 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 blah. And this is why all the side effects. And I was like, well, you prescribed this shit to me. Do you not remember prescribing this shit to me? And he didn't.
Wow.
And the last couple of times that I went in there until I switched doctors, and now do you know what? That after this last time that I went to the doctor, that they're about to take me off all this bullshit. My blood pressure's too low now because of all this bullshit, because I'm eating the way that I'm supposed to be eating and not taking all their fucking bullshit that they shove down your throat.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs with all sorts of side effects.
But hey, kids, don't do drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless
This is your brain.
Just say no.
Yeah, just say no.
It
This
comes
is
from us.
Yeah, this is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. The fried egg.
yeah. Do you know that this guy, I would go into his office, and I remember his nurse practitioner called me after I told him to fuck off. And she said, do you know how many people, because I used to go in there, and I was like, okay, I'd go in there, and I'd be listening to him. All of a sudden, he'd be over there.
Damn. Your doctor?
Yeah, and I was like, hey, who's the one that needs their fucking blood work done around here, me or you? Right? Like, what the fuck is this? So she called me and she's like, and here's the thing, is that he would set my appointment for 10 o'clock. You know how doctors do. They set it for 10 o'clock, and then you sit and wait for 2 fucking hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I used to ask people standing next to me, I'm like, dude, I got shit to do, man. I know what the result is. I know what he's going to say. I'm not wasting any more of my time here, right? Then all of a sudden, I'm like, what are you here for? Oh, man, I'm here to get my methadone shot.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what? Yeah, this is one of the only doctors in our area that'll do the methadone. And I'm like, what are you here for? Methadone shot. What are you here for? Methadone shot. He turned his fucking clinic. He turned it into a methadone clinic.
Getting paid a lot to do that.
Fuck yeah. And all of a sudden, you didn't see any. Once that shit started coming out about that it's called Biote. Fuck you.
I remember all those commercials.
That's right. The pellets. Biote. I'm coming for your fucking ass.
Hey,
because
guess
you
what?
were in my ass and fucked me up.
Most Man Club's going to have a lawyer over here one day. And go
Oh,
after
we
their
got
ass.
2 or 3, buddy.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
You're
part
already-
of being in the men's club. Access to a lawyer.
That's right. A damn good one that knows what the fuck he's talking about.
I probably won't charge you for a phone call.
No.
Right.
Yeah. So, dude, but even this new doctor that I've got, I told him the other day, he was like, man, what have you been doing? I was like, I'm fucking eating meat and I'm doing push-ups and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. He's like, dude, let's talk to your cardiologist. He said, you need to be off all this fucking medication. I said, I don't give a shit what you say or what he says. I'm off of it. It's happening.
Yeah.
You know, because all of a sudden when I started taking all their bullshit, I gained a bunch of weight. Have you ever had gout before?
No.
Have you ever had gout before?
No, but I know people who have.
I've watched people with it.
They're miserable.
It's excruciating.
It's excruciating, dude. And I'm telling you, I went to the first time that I got it after they put me on all this bullshit. I tripped over one of my son's scooters, and I thought that I broke my foot. That's how bad it was.
Damn.
And I went to the minor emergency 3 times. 3 times. And I told him, I said, your fucking x-ray machine is broke. That my foot is broken. I'm telling you, something is wrong here. My foot is broke. And he grabbed it, and it, so you know when you have gout is when your foot is like fire hot. He said, you don't have a broken foot. He said, you got gout.
Damn.
He said, and I remember I was in Costa Rica one time, and it flared up due to all this medicine bullshit. Okay? And my doctor said, look, man, I can't give you anything, because there is a medicine that'll bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Inflammation?
Yeah, but what it is it's your uric acid creates all these crystals, and they're fucking hard, dude. They're hard like
It's kidney stones, like stones or something.
they're hard. I'm not saying they're hard as diamonds, but they're hard.
Damn.
And he told me, he said, you need to go fill the bath up full of hot water. And he said, you need to get in there. He said, and you need to man up. And you need to put all your weight on that foot.
Break
And
them up.
fucking grind them out.
God damn, yeah.
And it was fucking painful. I took like
Tequila.
tequila
Oh, yeah,
shots.
yeah.
Yes, I was fucked up.
Damn.
And it helped. Most man moment. These fucking doctors are getting paid to shove shit down your fucking throat. It's all a fucking scam.
That's how they make money. That's how they live in those big houses and drive those nice cars, go on those fancy vacations and nice boats.
Yeah, and it's
Pill
you want to try this? I've got so many samples in the back. Let's just try it. See what you think. See how you feel after you take this.
a pill for an ill.
Yeah. Fuck all that. All right. Well,
When's the cigar thing gonna come? The cigars are gonna come. Cigars.
well, Timmy Tooltime Marin over here put us an exhaust fan up here.
I see it.
Okay. So the next time we come, I'll bring my humidor.
Oh,
I
that's the
bought
cigars over there.
No, they're not there.
Okay.
But I've got a humidor that I bought for this studio that I've stocked with cigars, and I'll have it when I get back.
I want to see you guys smoke some cigars, man.
I don't smoke cigars.
I do.
don't?
He does.
I bought
don't
me
either.
some little cigarlos.
I'm-
They're like little cigarettes.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
The old Tipperillos. I remember when I was in
Yeah.
high school or something.
Yeah.
Tipperillos.
These are Monte Cristos. They're good.
Tyler's gonna be back there puffing it up.
So you don't smoke cigars?
Man,
yeah,
it's
no,
been-
Monte Cristo is the one that I
been 10
like. They're
years,
like $20 cigars. They're like number 2
Well-
cigar last year. They get real spicy.
I
at
wonder
the
if we
end,
could
but-
have most man cigars.
Well,
Yep.
one of my connections owns a cigar shop. Shout out to Renegades over there in Richardson. Brandon, hey.
Renegades. I like that name.
Yeah.
No, that's we need to meet up with him.
We just talked about it last week. He's wanting to get a
Steady supply of
line on his
cigars.
cigars.
Steady supply for here.
Good advertising.
It is, but here's the thing about cigars. I choose to inhale a little bit. Like last night, I normally. So now I don't smoke a full cigar every night. So I chop them in half. But last night, I was just in like go mode. I'd been working out, and I went and take a puff of one after I first lit it, and man, I thought I fucking blew my whole fucking chest up.
Damn.
But it's good when they get down to the end, if you inhale just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So how you smoke a cigar is you puff on it, and you breathe it in your mouth, and then you stick your tongue to the top of your mouth, and then so that's where it's not going in your lungs, but it soaks into all those fibers into your nose, And that's where you get the relaxation, and it doesn't go into your lungs. So tobacco is actually good for you, but not into the lungs.
Yeah, the Indians used to smoke a lot of it. It's a healing property.
It is a healing property, and it makes you sleep. Oh my
Peace
God!
pipe.
Yeah. Oh my God! It will give you the best sleep.
What if you smoke a cigar in the sauna? Do you not wake up for 4 days? Because you say the sauna makes you sleep, the cigar makes you sleep. You need to do all the things that make you sleep all at one time.
I have,
and then we'll time how long you sleep.
I'll tell you what happened last night. I went to bed at 8:45. I didn't even drink that much, and I was so pissed off at my son because he called me because I just fucking laid down, and I'd worked out. I did my push-ups and my squats, smoked a cigar, got in the sauna, didn't take a shower, but laid down, and I slept from 8:45 till probably 10:45 this morning. And didn't even, if you saw my bed when I woke up, there wasn't a fucking wrinkle change in the sheets. I stayed in the same position all fucking night long.
Nice.
And had the best dreams that I've ever had in my life. And woke up to a circus tent. Prince Albert fucking woke. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I should probably smoke a couple puffs at night because my sleep's been jacked up for many years.
I'll show you how to do it before you do it. That way, because you don't just want to smoke it in your mouth. It will soak into your pituitary glands. It will.
Uh-huh.
But if you blow it through your nose, you don't have to smoke that much.
I'm gonna try it, man. I need help sleeping. I haven't been sleeping at all.
Dude,
I got my sleep aids for like 3 days in a row.
But you need to do the sauna, dude.
I do sauna well, I didn't last night, but I joined.
Did you get one?
I joined Lifetime.
Okay.
Which is good for me because a lot of reasons. My wife lives out of town, and all my shit's dirty, and my bathtub's dirty, and my towels are dirty. I go to Lifetime. I have a great shower. I have shampoo, conditioner. I have perfectly clean towels, and I don't have to do anything. It's like I just go in there and I take a shower, blow dry my hair, and I go home. But I've been doing sauna at night. I didn't last night. 3 to 4 days a week.
How long do you stay in?
20 minutes is about all I do. Yeah, until I just feel myself stop sweating. Yeah, because I'm not the most hydrated person in the world. So I'll take water in there, but I don't require it. And when I stop sweating, I'm like, oh, okay, that's about it.
Yeah, no, so what I do, when I work out, when I do my push-ups and squats at night, I've been drinking because the blood's thinner and you get a bigger pump.
Never heard that.
Yeah, but the good thing about the sauna, and you don't drink, but I don't want you to start drinking either, unless you want to.
Kombucha.
But what I'm saying, before I get in the sauna, I'll have my buzz, okay? And this is the reason why I do it, is because I'll go in there. That's the good thing about the sauna, if you drink, is that you get in there and you sweat out all the fucking toxins, all the bullshit that you don't want in your body, but you keep your buzz. But I'll take a water in there. I'll take a prime but now I'm on the coconut water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when I'm out, I just rinse off in the shower, and then I finish I start it hot, and then I go to cold.
Ooh.
It's brutal.
I ain't doing it.
It's brutal. It's brutal. But then before I go to bed, I drink a coconut water, and I wake up in the morning, and at this morning I slept in, but typically I get woke up because I got to take a piss, and it's from the coconut water. But this morning when I woke up, I took a piss, and it was the clearest thing that I've ever seen, and I had more bubbles.
You squirted.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best. But here's the thing. If you need to get up early in the morning, the sauna at night is probably, like right before you go to bed, it's probably not a good idea, because dude, if you need to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you go to bed at 8 or 9, you're not going to wake up on your own. You got to have an alarm, because it's the deepest sleep that I've ever had.
Man, I love peace. I love a good night's sleep.
Well, and that's the only reason why I drink, is I have to have something to, and cigars. Because after you smoke a cigar, if you blow about 10 puffs through your nose, you get this feeling of just like your whole body calming down, right?
10 puffs?
Yeah.
God, I think one would be good for me.
Probably. Well, I mean,
I'm not used to it.
yeah. But I'm just saying, you feel that, and you're not inhaling it. It's just through your blood glands, right? But you feel this calmness come over. It's almost like smoking weed. You know?
Why not just smoke weed?
I probably should. Yeah, I probably should.
See, a cigar smoker will tell you when they light a whole cigar that
The good part
can't,
isn't until
like,
halfway through.
Yeah, you can't like relight it and turn it. Nah, it's shitty. You gotta. The cigar ages itself as it burns. So as you get down to, but the thing's like an hour and a half long, and
Hour and a half.
oh yeah,
Not mine.
A good big
When you're socially smoking, yeah, it can.
hour and a half.
it's not out of the question to have a cigar be an hour and a half
Wow.
long. No,
So when
No, I just get to business when I smoke mine, but I'll smoke half, and then
find
I'll.
a whole cigar where people enjoy the bottom of the whole thing and do the whole.
I'm not doing it for that. I'm
Yeah.
doing it for the sleep. But you're right. If you did smoke a cigar,
Well, I hang out in a cigar shop
I
with
know.
a bunch of people. None of them in there trying to go to sleep.
and you play golf, so you are smoking cigars, right? Golf course.
Well, I know, but yeah, there's
no,
plenty.
mine's pure sleep only. I don't go to cigar bars or anything like that, just because I'm not in it for the enjoyment. I'm in it for because I can get, but it only lasts. Here's the thing: it only lasts for like 15, 20 minutes. If you smoke it like I smoke it,
Short window.
yeah, you smoke it, go rinse your mouth out with mouthwash, and then just go lay straight down to bed, and you're out.
I believe
But you only got like a 15, 20-minute window. Now what you're talking about, no, they're not doing it. They are doing it for the actual scotch, the enjoyment, the
Yeah, they're buying a $20 cigar. You know, they're going to enjoy this $20 cigar.
Right. No, mine are all like $8 to $10. They're good. They're good cigars. A $10 cigar is a good cigar. You can get some nice cigars for $8 to $10. Really nice. But yes, the $20 cigars, you damn right. That's one time a week. And I'm going to enjoy that fucker over some whiskey or tequila or beer or whatever. And I'm going to enjoy
Scotch, all them old codgers with their scotch.
Yeah, no,
cigars.
you're totally right. But no, I'm using mine just to get that 10 to 20-minute window of like, well, have you ever smoked weed before?
a few times. Not it's always made me paranoid.
Yeah, it makes me paranoid
So
too.
I'm like,
Okay.
And then I eat so fucking much. I'm like, it's not good.
Yeah, no, but do you
But
know
you're in the vending machine business, so
I know.
it's made you some money over time.
Eating?
No, other people
Oh,
smoking
yeah.
weed.
Yeah, you're right. The munchies. They got
well,
the
there's
munchies.
no shortage of them, and it has all sorts of healing properties. But what I'm saying is that, you know that feeling when you first smoke and all of a sudden you get that, I'm feeling like, oh, I'm on the bus,
Yeah.
right? That's what a cigar will do for you. But it only lasts like 15, 20 minutes. That's what I don't like about weed, is that you're on the bus for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah. Can't get off.
And you can't get off. You can't
Can't
wash
ride
it
it
off.
out.
You can't get it off. And I'm just not. I used to smoke it when I was young, but it's hard for me to get back on that fucking wagon, and I just don't want that 2-hour wagon. I just want that wagon that's going to knock me down.
Well, when I was a younger man, 2 people could smoke a joint and smoke the whole thing. You even had to have a roach clip to smoke the end of it. Now you do a hit a piece or, whoa, it's all genetically hopped up to just be off the chain.
Yeah, knock your dick in the dirt.
Yeah, it's they ruined weed. They just made it too frickin' concentrated.
Yep.
It's like anything else. A strawberry used to not be so sweet. Now they've GMO'd it, and they're like, damn, that thing's full of sugar now. You can get fat eating fruit.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Hell yeah, you can.
30 years ago, you ate fruit because it's good for you. It's low in
Kind
sugar.
of tastes good. It was watery. And
But now you eat a grape, like, God damn, those
Sugar
are
bomb.
good. It's like, well, fuck, look at the crystals in
It's a
there.
piece of candy.
It is a piece of candy.
Yeah, they're sugar bombs.
You start juicing these days, you'll see your weight go up. You don't think you're healthy when you start scrubbing all those juices.
Do you do blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at all?
I don't do any fruit anymore. The sugar. This thing right here's got 100 calories, and this coconut water's got 60.
Couldn't you grow your own, grow your own garden maybe out of some, bland ass
You could
seeds?
grow blackberries in Texas. You can do that, and you have a short window to harvest them. We did have blackberries at my last ranch, and they were really good. But I tried not to eat more than 5.
Hey, have y'all ever had those cotton candy grapes?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
They're
man.
cotton candy flavor globe grapes.
Oh, they're so good.
Yep. Big, fat
I didn't even
globe
heard of
cotton candy. Hey, GMO that shit, man.
Whole Foods.
that. Yep.
Anyway, yeah, you're the one who was telling me about them. One of y'all were telling me about them making meat in a lab.
Yeah,
China.
China.
That's
They're,
so
yeah,
wild.
yeah, they're growing meat in labs.
That is unbelievable.
Well, we gotta cut this shit out and get everybody back on the right page.
Try carnivore, guys. It's a good way to start. It's a good place to start. Carnivore line diet.
I lost 52 pounds.
That's incredible.
Fasting, and yeah, pretty much meat only.
Does meat you get tired of it?
I do get tired of the texture sometimes.
Do you change your meats up like ground beef, bison, or steaks and
Yeah,
this
you have
comes-
to. You have to because it gets too mundane.
Yeah.
It gets too mundane.
Sausage, man. Like grab you a beef sausage and
Yeah.
just cook that up one night. That's a good change. I usually do like a half of those packages. So I'll do like a half a skillet of ground beef and then a half a kielbasa or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, dude, I tell
Kind of
you
a change.
what I'm on right now is
You
the
need that fat.
salami. Oh God, what else?
Pepperoni or salami.
Yeah, pepperoni, salami. But no, what else did I get the other day?
Corned beef.
No. Well, good beef jerky. Good beef jerky. I'm on beef jerky right now. So
Trader Joe's has the cheapest like charcuterie type board packages. I mean,
Mhm.
they're $3.99. I had one on the way here for a whole package of good quality.
no, what you got me on was these fucking In-N-Out patties.
Yeah. Have you tried them?
Yeah,
6 of them, maybe.
4,
Okay,
3 or 4.
that's not many. I mean, they're small, but
Do you get cheese on yours?
I don't. But you can. Yeah, that's part of carnivore. And I get that sauce I told you,
No, I do too. I load it up with
You lap
sauce,
it
and I
up.
eat a peppercini with every bite.
a peppercini.
Yeah,
I don't know what that
you know
is.
those little peppers they got
I don't know that.
by the ketchup stand?
I'll
You li-
go
you
through
like-
the drive-through.
Huh?
I went through the drive-through. I don't.
Yeah, no. Okay, so what are those yellow peppers? They're
Banana peppers.
No, they're peppercinis.
Is that
Banana well, they're kind of like banana peppers, right?
And they're-
Are you a
I ain't
Tim's
a
not a
pepper
pepper
guy.
guy. Yeah, they're like banana peppers or
Okay.
peppercinis. Yeah, they're yellow, and they're only about that big.
those patties are $1.50, right? Something like that.
Not even a dollar.
$1.30.
Not even I think I bought 3 the other day and a fucking tea, and it was not even $5
Dude, you're talking about you cheating the
cheese.
system.
with cheese.
Talking about cheating. That's a way to around the system.
Well, by God, get ready for the crapper.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, it's a
they
lot of-
go in and they go out.
A lot of fat in there. Your body needs that fat.
Yeah, it's in and out. It comes in
In and out burger. In
That's
and
I
out.
remember I told Tyler, I said, hey, Mother Nature's got gots to go. So let's end it on that.
In it on some
Carnivore.
some shit.
Merry Christmas out there. We're just having fun tonight, talking just a bunch of bullshit. But yeah, the men's club is coming. We're refining the product. It's going to take a little while, but we want everybody to get something good out of that. So Merry Christmas out there. Tim, you want to say anything?
Big old Merry Christmas. Good luck on your cruise. I'm taking a cruise right after your cruise. I'm going on a music cruise, and so
yeah.
But no, I've met a lot of nice, good people in this. Looking forward to more. Next year is going to be good.
Yeah, the year ended good, so I'm excited, and we got a lot next year. So that's what's coming. We appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartMedia. JoinTheMen'sClub.com, TheMostMen.com, info@TheMostMen.com. Come on, Rumble. Get over to Rumble. We are building the parallel economy. Fuck all these libbies. Get over to Rumble. We're not censoring anybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. See y'all next year. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you. Have a good night.